portable quality of it, as in, like I said, my Italian textbook, I don't want to lug an entire textbook that's this thick. We're not going to use about a third of it anyways. So, it's easier to carry an electronic source. I carry my laptop with me, and that allows me to access several books in my classes and read when I have the time instead of having to lug and remember to take the books with me out of my car. So that's the advantage that I could think of.
I would say convenience, because you could pull up a textbook whenever you want, whatever textbook, as long as you have the memory on your device.
How fast you can get the material. If you need to read the book the next day, you're not going to wait for it to be shipped out. You're just going to buy it and read the whole thing. Also, it is convenient for weight. You don't have to carry a textbook just on your phone. So it is pretty convenient that way.
Like I said earlier, being able to conceal whatever you're reading and not have other people come up to you and, I don't know, yell at you for reading something controversial or thinking you're weird for reading something controversial. And also, again, just being able to carry a bunch of books on one device instead of having to lug a backpack around with a bunch of books.
I mean, the only advantage, in my opinion, for digital is convenience, and then also it's very green. You don't waste paper, but for convenience sake, you can bring it around with you. If you have multiple digital copies, you could all be on one source, like your laptop or your ebook reader. But for me, that's the only reason to have digital.
The fact that it's tactile, the fact that, like I said, you can draw on it, you can highlight it, you can write all over it. That helps memorize because, for me also, especially with colors, that's another thing. If I use different color highlighters, that tends to help me as well. But even, just underlining and just scribbling helps me remember things. Also, being able to fold a page or the side of a page to use as a bookmark is usually an easier way to remember where everything is, and it just gives you a sequence. In electronic format, you're flipping through pages that are just going up or down, whatever not. In an actual book, you know what comes before what in what format.
I would say, I need, especially for classes, I would need something to highlight or bookmark, which I know you could do on the digital textbooks, but I enjoy. It's the feel, you can't, usually I would just jump from place to place, and the place I would jump to in the textbook would have another idea that I wouldn't have thought of. Compared to a digital reader, you can't really randomly flip to a page.
I would say it's more reliable. If something happens to your computer, yes, it's stored, but, you don't really have access to it. Also, if your battery dies, you don't have your book, if you're far away, how can you study? But at least the book will always be there. And, as long as you, know where it is, it will always be with you. So I believe print is more reliable.
Going back to what I said earlier, I think one of the advantages of print textbooks is they're just easier to mark in because you can just get a pencil out and write in the margins.
For print, the major advantage is it's hard copy. So when it's a hard copy, it's in its own medium. So you could have your laptop on right over here, and then you could have your book in front of you, and that's its own separate entity in which you could focus attention to. So it might require more attention, more focusing, but that's the only thing you focus on. So you tend to get a lot more out of it.